Bonjour tout le monde. Today we are going to learn about comparative of adjectives. So in other words, we're going to learn how to compare two people or perhaps two things using adjectives. Le comparatif des adjectifs. Vous êtes prêts? Commençons. In English, comparisons are made either by using a comparison word, such as more, less, or as, or by adding the suffix er instead of using more than. Here are some examples. The dinosaur is taller than the girl. Okay, there's our er suffix. So you could say the dinosaur is more tall than the girl, but most people prefer to say the dinosaur is taller than the girl. The girl is more intelligent than the dinosaur. Now here you don't really have a choice. We do not add the er suffix to longer adjectives, such as intelligent. You don't say the girl is intelligenter than the dinosaur. You have to use the comparison words, more intelligent than. Okay, the dinosaur is less talkative than the girl. So we also don't use the er subject suffix for less or as, only for more. So the dinosaur is less talkative than the girl. That's the only way you can say that in English. Okay, the girl is as happy as the dinosaur. She's not more happy, she's not happier, she's not less happy, she's as happy as the dinosaur. Okay, in French, the suffix er does not exist at all. You must use a comparison word. So remember, in English, the comparison words are more, less, and as. So we say more, okay, insert adjective, than. Okay, less, adjective, than. Or as, or just as, adjective, as. Okay, we use a different word for the third one. So it's more than, less than, as. Fortunately, in French, you only have to remember one word at the end of your comparison phrase, and that's que. So, more than, less than, as. Okay, so this one is normally pronounced plus que, so plus bavard que, more talkative than. However, if your adjective starts with a vowel, such as intelligent, intelligent, then we're going to make the liaison. Okay, plus intelligent que, plus bavard que, plus intelligent que. Okay, if you want to say less talkative than, moins bavard que. But if you want to say less intelligent than, we're going to make the liaison. Moins also has an S on the end, so moins intelligent que. Moins intelligent que. If you want to say as, talkative as, aussi bavard que. And aussi does not have an S on the end, so you would pronounce it the same way even if you're using an adjective starting with a vowel. Aussi intelligent que. Okay, the adjective must agree in gender and number with the first of the two nouns or pronouns used in the comparison in French. Okay, so the first example says, le dinosaure est plus grand que la fille. The dinosaur is taller than the girl. Okay, so remember in French you have to say more tall than. You cannot say taller, more tall than. Okay, so grand means tall or big. It is the masculine form because the first person that we mention is le dinosaure. Le dinosaure is masculine. So the adjective that we use has to be the masculine form of the adjective grand. Le dinosaure est plus grand que la fille. Okay, if we wanted to switch that around and say that the girl is taller than the dinosaur, it would be la fille est plus grande, with an E on the end, que le dinosaure. Okay. La fille est plus intelligente que le dinosaure. The girl is more intelligent than the dinosaur. Okay, so we are mentioning the girl first, la fille. So our adjective has to be the feminine form of the adjective. So that's why it has an E on the end. And remember, we're going to make the liaison before an adjective that starts with a vowel. So, la fille est plus intelligente que le dinosaure. Okay, le dinosaure est moins bavard que la fille. The dinosaur is less talkative than the girl. Okay, le dinosaure est moins bavard que la fille. Here are a couple more examples. These two are using the as, comparing one person or thing is just as, whatever the adjective, as the other. Le dinosaure est aussi content que la fille. Okay, the dinosaur is as happy as the girl. Okay, he's not happier, he's not less happy, he is as happy. He is equally happy as the girl. Le dinosaure est aussi content que la fille. Because we're mentioning le dinosaure first, he's masculine, we need the masculine form of happy or content, content. Le dinosaure est aussi content que la fille. Next example, la fille est aussi contente que le dinosaure. Okay, this time we're mentioning la fille first. She's feminine, so we need the feminine form of the adjective contente. So just add an E. La fille est aussi contente que le dinosaure. Okay, let's look at some plural examples. In the picture we have a couple of men and a couple of women. So let's say that we want to say that the men are taller than the women. Okay, again, the adjective to mean big or tall is grand. We are mentioning the men first, les hommes. Okay, so we're not going to add an E to the adjective, but there are two men. Okay, or as long as there's more than one man, that's plural, so we're going to add an S. Now, you're not going to hear this in the pronunciation, but you do need to write the S when you're writing. Okay, les hommes sont plus grands que les femmes. The men are taller than the women. Les femmes sont moins grandes que les hommes. The women are less tall than the men. So because we are mentioning the women first, okay, the adjective needs to have an E because they're female, and also an S because there is more than one. Okay, and also notice in these examples we're using sont instead of a, okay, because we wouldn't say the men is. Okay, plural, the men are, so we need the word for are, sont. Les hommes sont, les femmes sont moins grandes que les hommes. Okay, les femmes sont plus petites que les hommes. Okay, another way of saying that they are less tall is that they are shorter. Okay, so we're mentioning the women first, and so the adjective has to agree with that. Add another E, okay, because petit, the masculine form, ends with the letter T. These women are females, so we're going to add an E. There's more than one female, so we also add an S. Les femmes sont plus petites que les hommes. And last example, les hommes sont aussi diligents que les femmes. Okay, the men are as hardworking as the women. So we are mentioning the men first. Okay, we need our word are, sont. And then to show equality, aussi diligent que. The men are masculine, so don't add an E to diligent, but there is more than one man, so add an S. Okay, les hommes sont aussi diligents que les femmes. The men are as hardworking as the women. Okay, that is your introduction to the comparatif des adjectifs. Au revoir et bonne journée.